Aloha Aries, welcome to your tarot reading for the week of April 20th through the 26th. We're going to dive right in. If you want to get a personal reading or join our Patreon, all that information is down in the description box below. We're going to go ahead and just get right into it. We're going to start with the overall theme or vibe for the week. We'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. Then we'll shuffle to see how we can overcome those challenges or obstacles. And then we'll get any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. We're going to start with a love oracle and a general oracle to kick off the overall vibe. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on in terms of love, emotions, and relationships this week. Aries, we are asking for some messages in love. We have you deserve love. You are lovable. This is the week of self-love and self-care for you, Aries. It's all about deserving love. You know that you deserve love. And if you don't know that you deserve love, well, this is that message to let you know. Take a little bit of extra time this week for self-love, self-care. Do some things that make you happy. Do a little bit of extra skincare, or maybe we're doing an extra step in a little spa routine. Maybe we're making our favorite tea or hot chocolate or our favorite drink, and we are sitting down and watching our favorite movie. Doing something that just makes you feel good, that fulfills your own cups, and maybe taking a step back from everything and everyone else this week. Let's go ahead and move into our general oracle and see what we can add to the overall theme or the overall vibe for the week, Aries. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on. We're looking for any other messages with our general oracle for the overall vibe this week. We have crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. For those of you that like crystals or work with crystals or like to wear crystal jewelry, this might be a good week for you to indulge and get yourself a new crystal. That You Deserve Love card also represents the self-love, and maybe treating yourself to a crystal or two can also be an act of self-love. This card also just represents adding some crystals into your day-to-day routine. If you've been struggling with maybe speaking your truth, maybe we're getting a lapis lazuli. If we've been having a little bit of a hard time just kind of clearing out our energies, maybe we're using a clear quartz this week. Looking into different crystals and how you can incorporate them into your day-to-day life might be something that interests you this week, Aries. Let's go ahead and add our tarot messages into this reading. I want to go ahead and shuffle our tarot deck and see what is the overall vibe with the tarot deck this week. We have the Six of Swords in reversal. You know, the Six of Swords in the upright represents this energy of kind of going from chaotic energies into more calmer energies, calmer waters. The Six of Swords can also represent this energy of kind of going into a new environment, whether this is moving physically, maybe you're moving into a new home, or just allowing yourself to go into a new environment to kind of bring more tranquility into your life. And when we see this in reversal, more than likely this has already happened for you. Maybe in the very near past, in the recent past, there has been this shift or this change in environments of where you live, maybe where you work, or maybe just where you spend your time. For those of you that feel like things might be a little bit chaotic for you, this is also that message for you to take a step back into your personal sanctuary. The Six of Swords says that we are moving into calmer waters, and if there is something here in your life that feels a little bit more chaotic, maybe this is the week for you to take some time, rearrange your home, create that sacred space within your home where you can really just unwind and let yourself kind of just go into a space of self-love, self-care, and tranquility. Let's go ahead and see what any obstacle or challenges are or might be for this week for you, Aries. Any potential challenges or obstacles this week? We have the Emperor just taking charge of your life. The overall potential challenge for you is being the leader, taking authority, taking charge, allowing yourself to say, you know what, this is my safe space. This is my sanctuary, and I am going to allow myself to shut everything off. Once I get home from work, I'm not answering my phone. Or once I say no, that's it. I'm going into my space. Take charge, take leadership of your life this week, and allow yourself to say no. I think boundaries is probably also going to be highlighted for you this week, Aries. So any boundaries that maybe have needed a little bit of extra strength or a little bit extra of a look over, this is a good week to do that as well. Making sure that we are also protecting our peace. We talk a little bit about with that Six of Swords in reversal saying to create that that sort of sanctuary or safe space within your home. That's also an energy of protecting your peace this week. You know, don't be afraid to say no. If somebody's asking for you to show up to help them do this or to be there for that or whatever the case is, don't be afraid to say, no, I don't actually have the energy to do that this week, or no, I don't have the extra resources to lend you, whatever the case is, okay? Boundaries are going to be highlighted for you this week as well. Let's go ahead and see how we can overcome that challenge or obstacle this week. Again, the potential challenge or obstacle this week, Aries, is going to be taking that leadership of your life. Maybe you're having a hard time doing so because you feel like you have to defend yourself or whatever this is. We have the Seven of Wands, which is very much that energy of defending ourselves, having to defend our actions, our choices, our emotions, our energies. You know, that defensive energy can be really difficult to deal with, especially when we're in this space of really kind of taking a moment and stepping back and really kind of tending to our own cups. If you, let's say job, we're just going to use job as an example because it's a very easy example for us to use. Remember though, this can be in any different sort of avenue in your life right now, but within your job, let's say at your job, you're constantly being asked to take on more responsibilities. Whenever you leave work, they're still calling your phone or texting you to ask for help or to ask for something or whatever the case is. Maybe you're constantly being asked to stay after longer hours, right? And you're not really getting that recognition, or it's really draining your energy. This is going to be a week for you. Instead of having to defend your actions and defend yourself and come up with excuses to say no, you can literally just take charge of your life this week and just say no. You don't need to come out with any excuse. You don't have to come out with any sort of defense. You could just say no. You can just take that leadership role and say, I don't have the energy for this right now. It is not my responsibility. I am done for the day. And I think that's going to be a big thing for you this week, Aries, is really just saying, I am the leader of my life. I get to say where I'm going to put my energy, where I'm going to pour my intentions into. If it's something that I don't have extra for, I'm not going to do that. I actually need to spend some time creating my own private sanctuary so I can recharge my batteries this week. We are overcoming the challenge or obstacle of just taking leadership, taking charge, and saying no this week by allowing ourselves to see that we don't need to defend a reason why. You don't need an excuse to say no. If you don't want to do something, you just don't have to do it. And I think that's a big message for you this week, Aries. Let's go ahead and get any extra messages from Universe and Spirit this week. We have the Queen of Wands in reversal. It's interesting because this is your elemental queen. By the time you're seeing this, we are in Taurus season now. So your season has finally come to a close. And there is this energy here with this Queen of Wands being in reversal of saying, don't lose your spark now that we've moved into this sort of first earthy season of this astrological new year, right? Now that we're in this earthy season, sometimes we can start to lose that fiery momentum that comes with Aries season, that comes with your season. And the Queen of Wands in the upright, she is that queen of fire. She is that queen of action and passion and excitement. And I think for a lot of you during your season, Aries season, you were excited, you were passionate, but maybe there was so much passion and excitement that it was a little bit hard for us to be able to take control again, to pour into our own cup. We were pouring into so many different opportunities and projects and passions and all these different things that maybe we were forgetting to pour into our own cup. So again, first and foremost, we're pouring into our own cup because maybe the burnout is real for you this week, first and foremost. With that being said, protect your peace. Step into that energy of the Queen of Wands in reversal and use that to rearrange your space at home. Create your personal sanctuary. Allow yourself to fulfill your own cups. Maybe we are putting crystals around our sanctuary, our safe space, because it just makes us feel good. It helps us charge. It helps us release, remove any negative energies or tensions. And again, that Seven of Wands says, don't defend your actions this week. You don't need an excuse to say no. You don't need an excuse. You don't need a reason. You can just say no, okay? I like this energy for you, Aries. If you're still watching this video, thank you for being here. If you haven't already liked this video, consider liking, consider subscribing to the channel. My goodness, I'm getting tongue-tied now. It really helps me out. I truly appreciate it. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, all the information is down in the description box below. I will let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again soon. Aloha.